back to Learning How. Today we're learning about Donatello. Donatello was born in 1386 in Italy. He died in 1466. He began his early artistic training in a goldsmith's workshop. He was first worked as a goldsmith in Rome. That we call him Donatello because his full name is Donatello di Niccolò di Beto Baridi, which I don't speak Italian, so that's really difficult for me to say. Donatello worked with stone, bronze, wood, clay, stucco, and wax. One sculpture alone took 2 years to make. During this time in history, in 1428, Joan of Arc leads the French against the British. And in 1453, the Turks conquer Istanbul, ending the Byzantine Empire and beginning the Ottoman Empire. The first piece of artwork that we're going to study from Donatello is called Bronze David. Now please note that this picture is cropped, that this sculpture is a depiction of David not clothed, he's nude. So this picture has been cropped, so if you choose to want to see this sculpture on your own, make sure you let your parents know so that you can make sure that they're well aware that he may not have clothing on. Bronze David is considered one of Donatello's greatest works and is one of the greatest sculptures from the whole Renaissance period. It is made as bronze and it depicts David after he battled Goliath. It was originally on a pedestal, which is kind of like a stand that the bronze sculpture would be on, so people could look up at it. And at this time, it was rare to see artwork of David, King David, being young. Mostly depicted David as a king. And Donatello depicted David as a young boy without big muscles to show that David could not have had victory against Goliath without God's intervention. So maybe that's why he chose to show him as a young boy without big muscles, to show that God is the one who deserves the victory during this battle. One of the key words that we are going to study today is called sculpture. Sculpture is a three-dimensional artwork that is made by carving wood, stone, metal, or plaster. The second piece of artwork that we are going to study is called the Feast of Herod. This artwork is a relief made of bronze created in 1427. It is square and it measures about 2 feet. This relief depicts the beheading of John the Baptist. What do you think is going on during this artwork? What makes you think that? What kind of feeling or emotion do you think King Herod, who is located in the left corner, what is he feeling? What makes you think that? Let's think about this. Our next keyword that we're going to study for this piece of art is called relief. It is a sculpture with a solid background of the same material. The piece of artwork we're going to study is called the Penitent Magdalene. This artwork was created around 1453 or 1455, somewhere between those 2 dates. It is made of wood, and it depicts Mary Magdalene. What is your reaction when you first saw this sculpture? Did anything surprise you? So what do you think is Mary feeling? What makes you think that? Our next keyword that we're going to study is called penitent. It means showing sorrow or regret for have doing something wrong. The fourth piece of artwork that we are going to study is called Saint George. Artwork is made out of marble, and Saint George is known as a military figure. It's one of the 14 sculptures that was around a church in Florence, Italy. But in 1858, a stone was thrown at the sculpture. Who would do such a thing? I don't know. And it broke its nose. And it's why we can't have nice things, right? It was later moved to a museum, good thinking, Unfortunately, the sculpture was then stolen from that museum. This piece of artwork has quite a fun history, I guess. But don't worry, it was recovered in 1945. What kind of feeling do you think that this statue of St. George has? What makes you say that? And what do you think is going on? Any thoughts? The word for this piece of art that we're going to study is marble. Marble is a very hard form of limestone that's usually with some streak of color. A lot of times, some of our old historical buildings in the U.S. are made out of marble. Sometimes even our countertops are made out of marble. So for learning how today, we're going to make 2 art projects. One is going to be a sculpture and one is going to be a relief, and then you can compare which form of art that you prefer. Receive 2 cans of Play-Doh, and for the first one you are going to make a 3-dimensional piece of art that is a sculpture. You can make anything you want with your 1 can of Play-Doh. Relief, you're going to take your can of Play-Doh and you're gonna smash it down until kind of like a rectangle or a square, but make it kind of like where it's a flat, kind of where then you can take your special stylus and then you can carve into it as if you were Donatello and you're gonna be making a relief. So that you can make a person or you can make some sort of objects you want. But this is what Donatello did. He would take stone, not something easy like Play-Doh, but something hard like stone, and he would chisel away and he would make his artwork. But mine is just a happy little dude.
This is my artwork. This is a big old bully with a beard. And this is a bird on top of the sticks. I have to use these sticks to hold it up. This is a cup I made. I also made my pizza.
This is a pizza. Your relief is a pizza, right?
You guys can hear a new episode, so stay tuned. See you guys later.
Bye!